Here's all the latest transfer news surrounding the A-League men's, women's, as well as our Socceroos and Matildas Abroad. Starting off with Adelaide United. This news exclusively coming up from Lucas Ronaldo on X this past week, who says Charlotte have upped its bid for Archie Goodwin, $1.5 million, rising up to almost $2 million with add-ons. Charlotte FC, the MLS club. We'd heard this a few weeks ago that they were keen on Archie Goodwin, and it looks like they really are pursuing this move, Charlotte FC, with an improved offer. I don't mind it from the Reds, reportedly knocking back that initial offer for Archie Goodwin. And now Charlotte have upped their price here. Do they look to, take that transfer fee for Archie Goodwin? It would obviously be fantastic for Adelaide United, but they're losing one of the top strikers in the A-League last year in Archie Goodwin, a Golden Boot winner last season in the A-League. A fascinating one for Adelaide United. We'd love to hear what you guys think of this one. And apparently there is a German club interested in Piraeus. Talks still at early stages. Dylan Piraeus, great past season for Adelaide United. Played much of the campaign at right back, but, when Adelaide were on the ball, he's basically playing as a right winger with how far he pushes up the field, and quite a versatile player as well. If Adelaide were to lose both Archie Goodwin and Dylan Piraeus, on top of the fact that they've already lost the likes of Zach Clough, Stefan Mork, those are some key players for Adelaide. Last week we spoke about how Adelaide United officially announced the departure of Stefan Mork on loan. That club has been confirmed. He's joining Vietnamese side Kong and Hanoi FC on loan. Another big loss here for the Reds. Heading over to Auckland FC, the Premiers have recruited Australian winger Lockie Brook. This is a top signing. It's a real statement of intent from Auckland FC that they want to remain at the very top of the A-League men's ladder this season, because look, we're not even sure if Lockie Brook's going to be a starter in this Auckland side. He's a winger, often playing off that right-hand side, but they've got Logan Rogerson there, who was fantastic for Auckland last season off the left wing. They've got Marley Francois. So this is the thing with Auckland FC. They're not just signing a fantastic sort of, starting 11. They've got fantastic players who are going to be coming off the bench here as well. So we'll wait to see what sort of role Lockie Brook is playing, whether it is a starting position, maybe even through a central role, but it is a top move for Auckland, that's for sure. Macarthur FC have found their new star striker. Ji Dong-won, South Korean forward, has signed with the Bulls. This is a top signing for Macarthur FC. Very experienced striker. He's played at some fantastic clubs and leagues across the world, has spent time in England, in Germany. He just brings a wealth of experience here. And obviously we saw what Bulls did with the last time they signed a striker from overseas, Valère-Germain. He was very good for them. And I think Bulls were probably disappointed that he did depart just after that mid-season transfer window last season. Ji Dong-won, the Bulls will be hoping that he'll hit the ground running here at Macarthur FC, and obviously we'll be jostling with Harry Sawyer for that starting striker role. Two Kiwi signings at the Sky Blues this past week. Ryan Grant has re-signed for the next couple seasons, and it'll take him to 19 consecutive seasons in Sky Blue. This guy is an absolute Sydney FC legend, of course, and an A-Leagues legend. He's spent basically his entire career in the A-Leagues, and it's 19 seasons, man. It's just an incredible achievement. And a key piece of business here for Sydney FC as well. Mackenzie Hawkesby has re-signed for the upcoming season as well, a 1-year extension. We know Sydney FC, they really struggled last A-League women's campaign. They need to bounce back this upcoming season, and re-signing a top player in Mackenzie Hawkesby is a good move for them. Melbourne City have recruited versatile Japanese forward Takeshi Kanamori. Again, a really good move here, joining on a 2-year deal, a permanent transfer from his club over in Japan. Has got so much experience playing in the top flight in Japan as well. The players that they bring in from overseas, they generally do really well with, finding top players to bring in. You think at recent seasons, Tolga Arslan, last season it was Andreas Kuhn. These players that they bring in generally do a really fantastic job. So Kanamori here looks like another top signing for Melbourne City. Curious to see where Kanamori exactly will fit into Melbourne City's setup. It looks like he can play a variety of positions, whether that is sort of as an attacking midfielder, even out wide as well. With Mike Attilio not returning to the club, maybe Kanamori has been looked at as someone to play out in a wide role, but we'll keep an eye on it. I think we're all well and truly expecting big things from Wellington Phoenix this upcoming A-League women's season. Another good piece of recruitment here for the Knicks. CJ Bott signing for the next couple years, the New Zealand international. And they've also recruited 16-year-old talent Pia Vlock to the side as well. A big announcement from Newcastle Jets this past week. Cass Davis re-signing for her 13th consecutive season. Cass Davis is well and truly a Newcastle legend now, coming up to her 13th season. Always such a reliable contributor to Newcastle Jets. A big move here for the Jets. Western United this past week have confirmed the departure of Sarah Egersvik, who's moved to a club in Norway. An exciting move for the Western United player. And Nikki Flannery has departed Melbourne Victory, joining Cyprus club Apollon. Let's finish off catching up with some of our Aussies abroad as well. Matildas fullback Courtney Nevin has a new club. She's joining up with Malmo for the upcoming campaign. Keanu Bacchus, the Socceroo, has returned to St Mirren in Scotland. He was at Mansfield last campaign, but returning to the club that he was at previously, St Mirren. An intriguing move for Socceroos right back Lewis Miller. He's joined up with Blackburn Rovers, a 3-year deal deal with an option for another year there as well. Another Aussie in the championship, man. We've got so many players in that league now. A new team for young Socceroo Lewis Agosti. He has joined up with a club in Serie C. The movement in regards to Macarthur really seems to have halted in recent weeks. It seems like he was destined for a move to Austria. This post coming out on X this past week from Anthony Joseph saying Rapid Vienna are putting pressure on Celtic to greenlight a move for Macarthur before they move on to other targets. Celtic have since paused the move as they look for a winger. So that's the latest we have heard on the Macarthur situation. If he does end up staying at Celtic, it might be tricky for Tilio to get regular minutes. So I'm sure he'll be keen for this move to Austria, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. If you want to stay up to date to more Australian transfer news, make sure you're subscribed to the channel here. Thanks guys for tuning in. Hit the like button on the way out. My name's Lockie and I'll see you in the next one.